Paper was like gold in medieval times.
Oh, not tobacco, sugar.
That everything we thought we knew about the world might turn out to be completely wrong.
Varanasi is the spiritual center of the earth for Hindus. Millions of pilgrims and sadhus come from all over India to purify themselves here in the sacred waters of the Ganges.
Upstream in nearby Allahabad will join 20 million Hindus for one of the largest religious gatherings on earth, the great bathing ritual known as the Kumbh Mela.
Standing here in the Ganges, I'm Art Wolfe. Join me on Travels to the Edge.
Northern India is dominated by the Himalayas. Snowmelt from the high peaks flows into some of the most sacred rivers in Asia. We'll be traveling along the Ganges to India's holiest river cities, ancient Varanasi, and the place where the Yamuna River meets the Ganges, Allahabad. The Ganges, known as the Ganga by Indians, is a mandatory stop for Hindu pilgrims. I'm here on the most important day of the Kumbh Mela bathing festival. My guide, Balbir Singh, is prepping me for what's up ahead.
Kumbh Mela is basically it's a festival where the sadhus actually come together from all over India for the holy rituals, which actually takes place next to the Ganga, and they take a holy dip in the river.
So bathing. It's bathing in the purifying waters of the Ganges.
Yes.
The sadhus are the holy men.
Sadhus are the holy men from India. They're trying to reach the so-called light of achievement of the supreme power. They actually have set it away everything.
They renounce everything that they own.
Yeah.
Many people have said this is the largest gathering of humans in one spot in the history of the world.
It is.
And this is all based on the stars, right?
It's all based on the stars.
The alignment of the planets tell you when and where.
Precisely. Where we're heading off just now is called the Sangam. Sangam is the congregation of the two rivers, Yamuna and the Ganga. And that's supposed to be the most sacred place where the two rivers meet.
And this is where all the sadhus, all the holy people, and all the pilgrims converge.
Yes, precisely.
Not thousands, but millions. That is sheer mass humanity. And these people have come from all over India, am I right?
All over India.
This is sheer chaos. We're trying to get in a position where we have a clear view of the sadhus that will come down to take their bath, and yet we're looking at the hind end of hundreds of people that have gathered for the same thing. So we're going to try to negotiate through this sea of boats and pilgrims and get a shot.
आगे वाला जो है उनको जाना है वो वहाँ पर.
Are we going to be able to get over there, do you think?
We're trying to, it's very shallow.
Let's just walk. This is an amazing press of humanity. This is great. There's just all this pageantry. People holding banners, marigolds in their hair. It's a scene. It's beautiful, actually. sadhus coming in with paintings on their foreheads. These sadhus are having a great time, splashing water at each other, posing, strutting around like a bunch of peacocks. There's no place on earth that looks like this. It is very much a celebration and a moment of happiness for the sadhus as well as the greater masses that have come so far to participate in this ritualistic bathing of the Ganges.
Even in the earliest moments of the day, the air is filled with a hazy blend of dust, smoke, and humanity.
I love working in the margins of the day, especially in the morning when people are just waking up. It looks just like a painting, which is always what I'm trying to do, is to marry these two mediums of painting and photography. And when I get it really close, magic happens. So this is Sadhu Central, and each one of these tents, there's a head sadhu and his followers, and there's a real hierarchy amongst these sadhus.
Oh, yes.
They all look like fascinating people to me. Look at these guys. So unique.
You can always go and have a cup of tea with them.
Yeah, I would love that. It's a great honor to be able to sit down in a sadhu's tent and share tea with them. These are very proud people, and they're very much revered throughout India for their stature, their willingness to sacrifice and live a very simple life. And it translates on these faces. I want to show them what I'm getting now. So it's always incredible to me how everybody, no matter what culture, what faith, what point they are in their life, everybody enjoys photos of themselves. It's one of those memories that I'll take with me the rest of my life, to think that I was in here interacting with these holy men of the Hindu faith. Hello. Hello. Hi, how are you doing? Nice seeing you again. Okay. Gentle people. A sadhu on a motorbike. So creative, all these lights. It's beautiful. There's a fire. It's just right at twilight. It's a beautiful blend of oranges and orange flame and soft muted tones.
Downstream from Allahabad lies another of India's holy river cities, ancient Varanasi. It's a place where pilgrims come to bathe in the Ganges and cleanse their karma. Each morning at dawn, gifts of light are offered to the gods in a ritual that has been performed for thousands of years.
You wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is you thank the Lord and you look at the sun and you thank them for giving you another day. It's like almost saying good morning to sunrise, and in the evening it's good night to the sun god, giving offering to the sun god and the river. You're giving us the cycle.
And that's in fact what's happening when they take a chalice or a container and fill it full of river water and then return it to the river.
Yes, it's an offering.
What I've noticed here as well is there's a rhythm to the day. You know, we're out here early in the morning and getting the sunrise, and it's very quiet, and then people start arriving, and then the activity level starts to pick up, and then during the course of the day it builds, and then in the evening it starts to quiet down. People are coming in doing peaceful offerings, putting candles on the river. So the river and the entire society has a rhythm.
You can see the entire cycle of life by looking at the river. There are people coming in, people dying, people enjoying themselves. Just life. Well, this is like a true example of an ancient civilization on the riverside, whether it's the Nile or whether it's the river Ganga. And this particular place is one of the oldest places in India. It's about 3,000 years old. And most of the building which was here, which you see, was built by the kings. And they made these fortresses so that they could live out here and die out here, next to the Ganga. Varanasi is the place where people come for the last rite. They prefer dying out here because being sacred. To be able to, your last rite to be done at the river Ganga, it's like almost like going back to your mother. And she is the mother of all.
This is so rich, this waterfront with all these bathers coming down. You've got these boats in the foreground and people taking care of their boats. There's so much subject matter that just kind of blends into one big tapestry. And that's what I'm really trying to capture, is that timeless, ancient India. And where better to capture it than here along the Ganges in front of Varanasi, this ancient city, this holiest of the cities. I just love the fact that all these gulls are just obliterating these boats full of pilgrims, and you just see bits and pieces through them. So it becomes a really abstract and beautiful shot, just one of many that I keep finding along this riverfront. It's just extraordinary. The Ganges epitomizes life, and here, everywhere you look, you see life. This is really nice. These people are getting water in their urns and returning it to the river, offering water to the sun gods. is a very beautiful and ritualistic moment. It's just really quite nice and lovely just to see them really seemingly unaffected by our presence. Right now I'm isolating this woman wearing this beautiful green dress with the fabric laying on the steps behind. It's just such a simple but elegant image of daily life here along the Ganges. What I think I really respond to is just this pattern that these men get into. And there's a rhythm. It's the rhythm of the river, I guess I'd say. Everywhere you look around, there's a great photograph, it's a great moment. And that's what this society is about, you know, connecting with the river and the gods and paying homage and bathing in the river. The river really is the source of life here.
At dusk, it's a tradition to set candle boats afloat on the dark waters of the Ganges, a gift of light to the goddess.
I'm trying to get a shot with these candles, but more importantly, the reflection of the candles on this young lady's face set against these boats on the Ganges. It's just a beautiful scene. She's got beautiful eyes, and we're just trying to get this while the light is still there.
Each night, holy men perform the evening prayers. They chant as one and give offerings to the river, thus ensuring the sun will rise again in the morning. Sometimes the most beautiful moments are the most unexpected ones. We've come across this young man doing yoga on the banks of the Ganges, and this beautiful red orb is rising right above him. So I'm just trying to align the sun and his position in a very elegant way.
This is a wonderful place, and often I just get lost in the movement, the sounds, and everything. What I'm photographing right now is symmetry. I love the design of the sadhu's face and the wisdom you catch in his eyes, but also the colorful designs that sadhus often have on their faces. The beard and the lines of the beard are really quite nice, and I'm just going to accentuate that by moving in and taking a very, very stylized, very formal portrait so that ultimately when you look at the photo, you feel the same moment that I feel when I'm taking the picture. And I accomplish that by just simply having the sadhu staring straight into my lens and therefore straight into your eyes as you look at this image. I'm often looking for these small vignettes that really establish a sense of place, and this says it in a very beautiful way. It's obviously very old, the color is worn, but that worn pastel palette really works well with the subject, and in very early morning light, it just complements the scene. In India, the cow is a great symbol. They're very sacred, and they're very friendly, and they're wandering everywhere, and they're almost like dogs. They're just like everybody's pet. They have a good life. So, yeah, this one's taken a liking to me. I think I'll take him home to Seattle. Yeah. Got a really nice shot of this sadhu with his trident. The trident is a symbol of Shiva, one of the Hindu gods, and these sadhus typically will walk around with these tridents. And it's just such a classic shape with the marigold wreath around it. I'm just lining the trident up with this sadhu's face. It's just beautiful. Great shot here of these two musicians right along the banks of the Ganges. The sun is set, and as the light level drops, there's going to be a beautiful balance between the reflection of the fire on the faces of these two musicians and the orange glow in the sky beyond. What I'm trying to do is illuminate them with the fire, but also balance it with the sky so that it becomes a really beautiful silhouette, but warm glow on their faces.
India is a great place. There are so many things that are uniquely different than where I come from. The sights, the smells, the sounds, the people, the traditions, the rituals. For me, everything is culture shock, and that's exactly why I love coming here. I'm Wolfe. Join me next time on Travels to the Edge.